Hello and welcome to Gman Division 4D recap. And I didn't really mess that up as much as I have previously, so that's good. And with me is my usual co-host Failfish. Say hello.
Hello.
And also we have a special guest, Tcold. Say hello.
Hello. Hello.
How are you anyway? Yeah. Oh,
No, I'm doing great.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you from?
Well, as you've guessed from the name of the team and the translation, I am from Slovenia.
Okay. And how long have you been playing Blood Bowl for? As you know, quick Blood Bowl question.
Basically, since Blood Bowl 2 came out.
Okay.
Played a couple of games of one, but it was very bad. Or very.
What do you mean
for someone new to the game, it was very unclear to get through anything.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like people complain about the Blood Bowl 2 like campaign thing that teaches you how it plays, but there was basically nothing for Blood Bowl 1, wasn't there? You just kind of had to start playing.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think if I remember rightly. Yeah, because I similarly I got back into Blood Bowl with Blood Bowl 1. You know, and it was kind of just before Blood Bowl 2 came out too. Because was it like maybe it was all the hype about Blood Bowl 2 coming out and I bought Blood Bowl 1 to kind of play it before it came out, I think. I can't remember. And hello, Dr. Hep, watching from his bed. Yeah, and you've talked about that. And hello, Postron Mike as well.
So many viewers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lies. BP. So I did actually play a fair amount of BB1 even after BB2 came out. I ended up in a BB1 league for a little while. I do like the races that are in it that aren't anywhere else. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Give us Scorn, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've played some Blood Bowl 1 as well, but it was just against the AI. And I did play Corn Team, and I really like the Corn Team, so give us Corn, please.
I mean, have you been playing Rebbl Imperium?
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite.
I did have Corn Fakes.
Yeah,
yes.
My favorite card. Everyone gets Frenzy.
What's that card? Everyone gets what?
It gives everyone Frenzy.
No.
So it's you know.
That sounds fun.
No, and not just
it is a lot of fun.
Not just your team. All the teams in the competition get.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has Frenzy on both sides of the pitch. It's hilarious.
One quick question before we begin. How long have you been in Rebbl?
This is my third season.
Okay.
This is my first team in Rebbl, so.
Okay.
And third season, yeah. Wanted to quit the team after 3/4 of the first season, but then they actually started rolling good.
Level ups. Wow, 1970 TV. That's. I
mean,
scary.
So it wasn't because people were dying or anything like that, you know.
Yeah, there was a lot of deaths in the stuff. and my Yeti, this Yeti, I've had him since game 4 or 5 in the first season, and he was on 4 SPP for probably most of second season still.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I've got a Norse team in OCC, and the first Yeti rolled block, and it slows down how quickly they get Kaz so much. Where you got that extra 10 SPP of not even though you're blocking more, and you feel like he's safer, it takes him so long. Like Claw does not give you casualties. It's so frustrating. And then he died. So I had to go all over again. And the second one rolled block as well. And I was like, oh my god. I've never had a big guy get block and hated it as much as like the second time that happened. I was like, oh. And he's like, so it's my like 4th season OCC. He still hasn't got Mighty Blow.
Oh god.
So yeah, consider yourself lucky. At least he's not.
Another pain.
Yeah, imagine if you've got two doubles and you decide to take block and dodge or something, and then.
You've just got a ball carrier Yeti.
Oh god. That'd be interesting to see.
Positron Mike mentions that my Norse team in OCC were very nasty to his Underworld in their first season, which kind of I mean. I won.
Norse kind of just beats up Underworld, doesn't it?
Well, my Norse kind of beat up everyone. I had the most fouls and the most CAS awards for 2 seasons in a row.
Oh,
which, you know,
that's the way of the North. You know? It's got to punch things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you gotta punch things and hope you don't get punched too much in return.
Oh, no, it's glass cannon, punch, be punched. In fact, watching your game. We'll talk about your game in a second, but let's. In fact, your game's the first one, so let's talk about your game to start with.
Let's go into the first game.
Because essentially, so your team against the Chaos, both teams obviously a bit punchy. In fact, the Chaos might be lower TV. No,
Chaos didn't have any mighty blow, I think.
No, but lots of
one on the Minotaur.
Yeah,
on the Minotaur, yeah.
But lots of block instead. But they only had 11 players, right? So
yeah.
Okay, we're going to start by we'll show your first clip, which you asked to show, if I remember rightly. Where were we? There we are.
God, that first turn.
Yeah, the first turn. North kicking to Chaos. I assume did Chaos win the toss? Because I assume you both.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
First turn clips are always fun.
Yeah. First. Yeah.
Immediately something happens.
I mean, they're Norse, but also you've got a bench of 3 players, right? So losing people wasn't really as bad for you, whereas he only had 11 players. So every time he lost a player, it was a big deal, wasn't it?
Exactly. It was a big pain in actually getting to the bench.
Yeah. Okay, and here is, I think, the reason you wanted to clip the first turn, which is the hit on the Ulfwerner with the niggled Beastman.
Good level from it.
I think we've talked about this niggled Beastman every week, like how he shouldn't be in this team.
Oh, right. Is he? Oh, God, he's got guard now. No.
Yeah.
I wanted to target him and kill him, but I just wasn't.
I've still not seen the bit on the Ulf, by the way.
Oh, so there is quite a big delay. All right, fine.
I've seen it already on the stream.
Let me just refresh.
Yeah, maybe you need to refresh. Yeah. But I've got all the blocks because I also thought it would balance out to show the 9 pushes that they got on one of your Norse as well.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But
still more corporate,
yeah. But after 4 blocks.
Oh wow! I'm just looking at the dice log here. It's just wow. No, our armor did not want to work today.
I mean, what in the whole game?
Yeah, in the whole game.
The armor rolls are pretty bad.
I must admit, I never look at dice rolls like for my games or anyone else's. It's just not.
All right, let me just say this. It was for the Norse team. Armor percentage of 30%. Yes, 30. And for the Chaos team, 56%.
Yeah, even with Claw and Mighty Blow on the pitch, that's quite bad, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got one Claw, Mighty Blow, I guess.
We're just gonna watch the Ulf die again. You did Apo him, so he's actually okay. He's not actually dead.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah.
No.
But it's.
But this scared the Jesus out of me. Instant use of Apo the first turn against Chaos. I was like, oh boy, really something else is gonna die. That was my first thought. It always goes that way.
We'll foreshadowing, let's say, because I think one of your other clips was, or one of the other terms you mentioned happened to involve a death, but we'll get to that in a bit. What else? There was something else I was going to say about this. What was that?
It definitely put my playstyle into preservation mode for a few turns.
I mean, going back to what you
Because-
definitely did aim for that niggled player though. You were hunting him down.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to was not to stand in front of them and invite the basing
yeah.
and punches and shit, and I just wanted to like try to even the odds a little bit on the sides.
I noticed also that he didn't protect the ball. He made like 2 or 3 blocks before he bothered covering the ball.
I mean, the ball is deep enough that you can't really get to it, so that's fair.
You know, still something bad happens.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
always
true.
do safe moves first. Always, you know.
True.
Oh wait. Oh, both teams. So the average was 46%. Yeah. Okay. But not. You didn't have that many armor rolls to make. I mean, you know, like 20 armor rolls altogether. So you were knocked down or had to roll armor 20 times. Yeah. That's, you know.
That's not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared.
Yeah. Like. I think I got a lot of pushes against me, and
yeah, well, you know, you always get that.
Yeah.
You always get that feeling against Norse, don't you? Because you know, a sixth of the dice rolls you can't use. So, all those both down and pushes.
I'm looking at his punch dice. He got 16 skulls and 9 pals, and 22.
Yeah, that's a bit. I mean, you got more skulls than anything too, but
yeah.
almost double amount of skulls than pals. It's a bit, you know.
But yeah. So should we move on to your? You've got a second clip, which was turn 7, and the Chaos had already scored. Oh, this is your score back. Now it starts. I started with where the Yeti blitzed Beastman, because the Yeti ended up on the Minotaur, which I'm like, when you did that, I was like, is that a good idea? Not punished. Well, you know, we'll soon discover. But yeah, I'm showing the Kaz box now, and there's two Chaos players in the Kaz box and a KO, whereas the Norse bench is like 1 player out. Oh yeah, and
there's 1 player.
Yeah, and there's not.
Yeah, just 1 guy down now.
Yeah. And I think was it the tackle guy? I think it was a block tackle guy who got hit. But anyway, and that was the second Chaos Warrior to get KO'd as well. So there's 4 players out of an 11 team. So there's only 7 Chaos left.
They're daring to foul with that guy there.
If
he gets removed, then it's just a 3+ on the ball. But oh well, it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, also
I definitely wasn't the best player, but,
but I mean, it's
I am greedy.
But as we've talked, another thing we've talked about quite a lot is that guard dirty player, you know, lineman.
Oh yeah.
And so, you know, fouling on turn 8 with one of your only guarders other than the Yeti. So other than the Yeti and the Wolf Runner, your only guard. Is that right?
The runner.
And the runner.
Yeah. There as well.
But yeah, that could have changed the game if he'd have been sent off, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
We haven't actually seen the score yet.
It hasn't happened yet. It's a very long clip.
It hasn't happened yet.
Wait, did I? Is this the right clip? Did I miss out
of the score? Of the score? I just did a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. You rolled all the dice.
I'm thinking you've got a score on the IG plus by here.
Spoilers.
Yeah. But after you make every other block that there is as well.
I mean, that's fair.
I still had rerolls as well, so I was like...
Yeah, with
why
rerolls
not?
it's fair.
And the guy has dodge and plus agi.
I mean, what would have been correct is if you'd have needed to use a reroll in one of those blocks, and then you failed that catch like you did, and you wouldn't have had the reroll for it.
Very true.
Very true. Catch failure, and there's the touchdown.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so that was 1-1.
That was 1-1
on the half. So the standard, going for the standard 2-1 grind, and so this isn't the second touchdown, but this is the third highlight that was suggested to be taken, which was the beginning of the second half. The Norse try and pick up the ball after doing some hitting, and the Chaos Fireball on 4 players.
That's scary.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the fireball there.
I mean, it's the line hits. You kind of expect to. Ah, there we go. Streamer's seen the death.
Rip.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously with no Apo because it was used in the first turn.
Ouch. That's good for the rest of the league. Yay!
Yeah, brings your TV down. What is your TV now?
It's not much lower.
It's still baby.
I bought a new router.
I'm finding it weird that he decides to blitz with the Beastman here instead of knocking him out of the way and then blitzing with someone else. So the pickup is easier. But, oh well.
No, the Beastman wasn't in contact.
Oh, he was down.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's fine. Then.
I mean, yeah, he was down.
Right, that's fine.
I don't really like the fireball because, I'm in two minds about it.
I definitely didn't.
It's too risky, isn't it?
Well, it's like you don't really have a ball. You don't have really, a chance to get the ball afterwards.
Yeah.
But
I
go on, sorry.
was definitely expecting a lightning strike at some point once I managed to get more up the pitch because I was outnumbering them at this point, so I didn't account for this possibility at all.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing. So I guess it was partly a fireball out of desperation because is he down to 6 or 7 players on the pitch, and 2 of them. I said that was also a reason I didn't quite like it was because 2 of them are stunned. So we've only actually got 5 players who can do anything in this turn, and one of them's got wild animal.
Yeah, one of them's got wild animal.
Pretty much.
It did work out, kind of.
But maybe he should.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe he should have used it at the end of the first half rather than now, and maybe it would have stopped the score rather than.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I think this is a fireball out of. I'm running out of options to use it.
I guess.
Pretty much.
I'm not agreeing with it, but
yeah. Positron Mike says the fireball was bad, but you can't judge it on the death. However happy some people might be about the death.
I think everyone still has to play you is happy with the death.
Yeah, so you're still actually the highest TV team in the division, right?
Yep. Somehow.
Yes.
I think the humans are getting close, unless they lost some. I think they lost someone.
Yeah, Positron Mike likes the death.
Yeah, the humans are only 70 TV behind you.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be fun not giving too much inducements against them.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun just giving away a Bloodweiser babe.
Yeah.
It's gonna be refreshing.
Not having a wizard against you. We're only, you might actually have to play a team, at some point in the season that's even a higher TV than you. I know that's unlikely, but it might happen.
Someone might just possibly just kill 3 of our players or something.
Did you play Mike yet? I think Mike's the closest candidate, right?
After the humans.
Mike is,
yeah.
Mike is after humans.
Mike, yeah, but Mike still has 2 level ups.
That's also true.
Yeah, Kislev are pretty bloaty to start with, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially with a bear. He's only got 2 blitzers. The blitzers are the real, big boys of the bloat team. I think around the same number of games, my Kislev were hitting 2,100. In fact, no, wait, we're the same age team. My team's way more than that. Anyway, my team have hit 2,300 in their history.
My team is way better.
That's not better. That's bloaty. It's annoying. I'd like it to be less, please. Why aren't my players cheaper? I don't want leap on all of them. Can I just have leap on every other one? Is that not doable?
Go play Imperium.
Yeah, I play a little bit of Imperium. Let's say. I'm
A little bit.
I'm-
He says, with 12 matches played in the season that started last week.
I'm getting complaints that I play too much.
That was by me.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't just you. No, like, complaints plural. I've been PM'd by people saying you should, just tone it down. You're making it look bad.
Playing this much.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that's making me laugh more than it really should. But yeah, Imperium's great. Highly recommend. So should we go on to the second game? Which was your game, Walifish.
My game, yes.
And my notes are actually just the words clip, 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 because you sent me 3 clips.
I sent you 3 clips, which I think pretty much describe the game with. I can describe the game with them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, after we saw in Discord, Dr. Hep's, balanced view of his own game. I'm hoping that yours is equally balanced, or slightly more.
It's gonna be very balanced.
Okay, so starting with the first turn. No, turn 7.
It's turn 7.
Turn 7.
Actually, because I'm gonna explain a little bit here. I started off attacking, and it was a very deep kick, so it took me about 3 turns to actually get to the halfway line. And by then it was pretty much already a scrum in the middle between everything. I think 2 elves were already injured and stuff like that. Eventually he got a little bit too close to the ball and then ended up losing it, which was turn 5, I think. And that eventually evolved into turn 7, which is this one.
Okay, so
you have to scatter, going back into the witch elf's hands. And we have, we have Sturka here setting up against the sideline to go for the turn 8 score, which pretty much, it's a good way to pretty much secure the win. Unfortunately, he also snakes the dodge, which I was debating on using my wizard before that dodge, but now I have a pretty easy 2-die on the ball with the sacker, which would make it 35 out of 36. I pretty much just set up here in case it fails and then go for it.
okay, and so we go. The next clip is the next.
I mean, I'm pretty much just want to see it to the end because the scatter will end up somewhere. Which was also very nice.
Wait,
for me
did you not see the end?
I'm not at the end yet. No.
You're quite far behind.
I'm very
behind then. Yeah.
I don't know why. Oh yeah. All right. Nah, just go to the next clip then. That's fine.
I went to the next clip and then I've undone it. So there we are. We're starting the next clip now.
Yes.
Which
How
is,
far am I going to be behind?
I don't know, but you're. Oh, is this turn?
Oh, there we go.
Turn 13, and
this is turn 13 already, right?
It seems to me your witch is in the middle of all of your clips. Just saying,
Yes, it was. So I decided to use my wizard here because this was pretty much the most opportune time for it.
Yeah.
The witch was on her own, and ball separated.
Yeah.
Line towards the ball as well.
Yeah, decided not to go for the pickup because I didn't really want to risk it. Maybe in hindsight I should have gone for it, but things turned out all right.
Maybe.
I think I'm still a couple of seconds behind here. But I was hoping for the knockdown here, but obviously not. Sadly.
Yeah, very
hoping
very slippery else. Jeez, had the same problem.
The stream's kind of frozen for me, sadly, so I'll be even more behind.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of frenzy block. Actually getting an elf down.
Yes. Yeah, and that's pretty much then that turn, and then the final clip is actually a continuation of this, because we'll see what the elves do with this ball.
Okay, clip 3 is starting now. And the elves pick up the... Oh, don't pick up the ball. They roll a 1.
Yep.
And... Oh, they roll 2 1s. They do nothing with the ball.
Indeed roll 2.
Oh no!
Everyone loves to watch elves roll 1s.
And that's pretty much the quickest turn in Blood Bowl history, I think.
Actually, you say that, but in one of the coming up clips, I've got another, which is basically the same thing. It's a 1-turn roll 1.
Oh yeah.
And out into a Kaz.
Oh, injury.
Oh, just badly hurt.
Yes. This is pretty much where I think I secured the game.
I take it you win 1-0 by...
Yes.
Oh, is this going to be a handoff to the plus movement plus strength beastman?
Yes.
Wow.
Indeed.
Was that recent?
Disgusting piece.
Was that recent? When did you get him?
I got the plus movement previous season and a plus strength. I think one of the first games of this season. But he hasn't gotten a lot of SPP yet.
No, he's miles away.
He's on 90 now.
Cool.
So he's getting there. He's getting close to block.
Yeah.
Has the skills for getting SVP, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, except without any protection skills, he's probably getting powered.
He's not the ideal one-turner, is he? The ideal ball carrier.
Well, he's getting there though. Yeah.
I'm wanting to turn him into my main ball carrier, but he needs block at least for that first.
Yeah, just gotta feed him SPP from scores.
Mm-hmm.
But you also,
like I did here.
You also have a claw
exactly.
mighty blow player that you probably want to feed scores to as well, right?
Yeah, feed scores or just blitz with him if I can.
And that was against the Dark Elves. Oh, with a lot of annoying dodge and sidestep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I rolled quite a lot of POWs. That really saved my game there. I rolled quite good on the actually just on the POWs, I guess, because I only had 6 armor breaks.
I was going to say, wow, twice the blocks, a similar set of armor value, and 6 armor breaks to both of you. That's ridiculous.
That's fun, isn't it?
So that's where the Norse and Chaos armor dice went to the Dark Elves.
Yeah, I guess so.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sadly, also picked up an MG this game. Wait, we didn't even talk about that for the.
No,
I
just realised, and I was sorting out the page I always look at from Rebbl that I'd forgotten to prepare before this.
Yes.
So I was trying to do that.
Let's go over those first. Then.
Okay, I was trying to be subtle and do it while no one was paying attention.
And then I suddenly realized,
but I'm
screwing everything up.
Yeah, and I'm not just buying time now or anything. Obviously, I am actually there now. There we go. So we're going back to Noble Community College and you can pronounce it. Excellent. We have Tcold here to tell us what his team is actually called.
It's Zmai Severa.
Zmai Severa. Is that all right?
Zmai Severa.
It's a bit different than Zmai Severa. Yeah, that's how it is. Like Dragons of the North.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and we saw.
Yeah, I just wanted to be with the name and the theme. I just kind of wanted to be a little bit annoying to
pronounce.
Here. Yeah.
I mean, I made no consideration whatsoever for casters when I made my team. I should have added in some noises and stuff. Just could have been much worse. I mean, I've failed to pronounce things in English, let alone in other people's languages. So you don't have to try very hard, is what I'm saying. But yeah, you got to level up on your Berserker. Let me guess, piling on.
Good guess. Good guess.
Boom. Yes.
Ooh.
And
Yes.
he got a level up on a block, Beastman, and I guess I'm going to go with guard.
I think in guard too.
I mean, I think he should have some mighty blow because he has none.
Oh, this was on the Niggled Beastman, right?
Oh, the Niggled Beastman. Oh, so you know it's guard.
Yes,
You know
the
it's good.
Beastman
You know,
level,
it's
yes.
guard.
It is good. It is guard.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you spoiled that for us.
Annoying one.
Yeah. And also the MVP went to his kicker, which might help him survive longer.
Not ideal, but you know, kicker can still be multifunctional.
Well, I quite like the kicker getting
Block.
levels
Stuff,
because the
yeah.
kicker's always going to be on your second line, isn't he? So you want him to be a useful player after he's kicked, don't you? You don't want to have to put a block beastman on the line and
because you want to use kick.
Yeah, exactly. Better to have all the skills on the kicker,
That's true.
in my opinion.
Right.
Definitely.
He did also get a fractured leg. Is that just his? Oh no, that's not him. That's Broccoli Gore.
Yeah.
Oh, did he already
Yeah,
have?
that's the kick. That's the kick guy. He missed.
The kicker is. Oh, sorry, it is the kicker.
Yeah.
He's gonna be missing next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So an extra turn of not dying and also not leveling and getting those last 2 SPP.
Yep. Sadly. And then on your side we have the Berserker getting the level up. Oh, ouch! No, that's actually not. I'm sorry. I thought the runner got the MVP, but he didn't. The Berserker did.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because the runner was, I think it was 2 SPP away.
Yeah, he was indeed 2
with the
SPP
score
away from leveling.
Sadness.
And now he's in Valhalla.
But think about how good it is for your you're keeping your TV down. You know, keeping that.
Oh yeah, around the same amount it was before. Not much lower.
As balanced as all things should be.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Yeah, and so should we carry on to your game, the Tanking Generals? So
Yes.
did you get an Agi bust on a guard?
I did get Edgy Bust on an MA busted block guard beast.
By
So he's still just gonna be line
Very
of scrimmage
crippled. Very
player,
crippled.
you know.
I'm looking forward to him being a small dwarf with guard.
Gonna get MA busted again.
Yeah. But that would, you'd still keep that, right? Movement 4 is fine. You know.
I think I would still keep that. Yeah, he's just gonna be
If he's
standing
gonna-
on the line of scrimmage and just you know stand there, be annoying.
If he's just on the line, that's
Yep.
he doesn't need to move.
That's
Get
all
punched.
he's gonna do from now on.
Alright,
No level ups on my side, sadly.
no.
I wasn't really close to anything, so
And still, well, the guard warriors only 2, and also, in fact, you got 2 warriors who are 2 touchdowns away from leveling. In fact,
That's true.
all 4 of your warriors are 2 touchdowns away from leveling.
I guess
That's
I just need to get some touchdowns on my warriors then.
Just a subtle, subtly hinting what you should be doing.
I'll see what I can do against the Orcs. Might be good having a.
Well, it's a team where you actually might outrun
warrior
them with
walker.
warriors for once, rather than.
Yep.
And nothing for the dark side either. They got a couple of
No,
completions,
nothing for the Dark Elves either.
but no
sadly.
touchdown, 1 Kaz.
Very boring game.
Yeah.
No levels.
Meh.
Broken
level
ribs
ups,
on a no-skilled lineman. So,
Yeah. So, should we carry on to the next game? Do you have anything else to say? Was there any comments about how your opponent played and stuff?
Not really.
Not really.
I think in just second half he was a bit too passive with the ball, which allowed me to get too close so I could wizard it. But you know, that's personal preferences.
I mean, the clip we
and
saw,
all.
it looked like he'd spread out quite a lot, which, considering all his
Yeah.
dodge and sidestep and stuff, was that really necessary? If you see what I mean. You know. But anyway,
Yeah, but that's because he was keeping the ball in the backfield a lot, which actually allowed me a blitz on it earlier,
mhm. Oh,
but I couldn't manage to convert it.
yeah. A similar thing, actually, a similar thing happened in the next game. I think. So what's my foot? Where is it? Let me, I'm totally ready for this. I know what I'm doing. It's fine.
Very professional.
Yeah.
Very professional.
Okay, so the first clip I'm going to show is of the. So we're talking about the rat, Teenage Mutant Ninja Rats, up me against the arrogant bar stewards, Rugbart.
Yep.
And Rugbart was going to be on the show today, right? Was that right?
No,
that's fun.
Okay, whatever.
I think we had Rugbart a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's Thunden.
So, yeah.
Thunden. Sorry, Thunden and Rugbart to me. There's, Anyway, yeah, fine. But so I the first clip is about I can't remember. It's about 6 turns in, maybe a bit less. It's in the first drive of the Rats, and there was a lot of high elf basing, and actually, so the high elves lost a player on the on the LOS blocks to start with, and then the Rats. And then the Rats, like, kind of basically pretty steadily moved up the pitch. But this is a turn where I'm going to show both sides of a turn. So I've got the Skaven are slowly being forced closer to the end. There's the one loner who's been cased off the pitch. The Skaven build what isn't a cage of any kind whatsoever. Isn't a cage. It's a ball that's open to be hit fairly easily. Maybe 2 dice before you get the hit on the ball. And the high elves respond by not hitting the ball. So I'm not entirely sure of the logic here. There's so much going on where it's like, so he decided to blitz with this rat ogre, the plus strength player who's miles away from the ball. I assume that was to get the rat ogre closer, but you've got these 2 high elves here who, like, one of them's a loner, the other's the Agi 5 catcher.
Why would you not move the one gutter runner to the right a bit more?
Yeah,
to make dodging in harder.
Yeah, or the ball carrier
make more sense
to the left, or the other one square back, or there's so many ways you could protect the ball, but he didn't. And then the high elves, they made a push play. I don't understand why they made the push play.
What?
And then they block up the space to hit the ball, and they then hit the other gutter runner who's standing next to the ball.
What? This is very confusing.
Yeah, so much is going on. It's going a bit quickly because it's a replay, but
why don't you just base up the 2 gutter runners with 2 of your players and then hit him?
Like, he only really has 2 players who can go forward easy.
I mean, he could have dodged out with the plus edgy catcher.
Yeah.
Based on one of them.
But he uses the plus edgy catcher to get the blitz, to make space for the blitzer, doesn't he? Does the plus edgy catcher do that block?
I guess.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very weird sequence of plays.
So
no, I'm assuming this came and scored off of that.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm assuming you do. It's the 1 in 26.
So. Not straight away. No, they stalled another turn.
Oh wow. Okay.
How?
I'm getting very confused by this match.
Wait, I think so. Wait a second. Yeah. Let me double check my notes. But I have a feeling they stalled for another turn. Oh, I haven't written that down. I think they stalled for one more turn. Oh no, they did stall next turn. No, they stalled at turn 6. That's fine. But like it's like
okay, yeah.
I sort of don't get the Skaven play because why not use your 2 gutters that are next to the ball now to instead screen off?
Yeah. That's so that's just bizarre.
I mean, yeah. That's the one big thing,
that's the first thing you got to ask. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think the high elves could have got more than a 1 dice.
You can actually screen this off so that it's a
proper cage.
It's a 3+. No, it's so that it's a 3+ as well with edgy 5. 3+ dodge.
Yeah.
pushing in the gutter runner? Does he have side? He doesn't have sidestep, so
No.
you shouldn't be afraid of pushing in the gutter runner.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And also he takes both GFIs to make that blitz with the Mighty Blow Blitzer, but he didn't need to. He goes around he goes around the corner that he doesn't need.
He does indeed go around the corner. That wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's true.
And like throughout this, there's a few things where I'm like, I think the High Elves really didn't like the plus movement gutter runner. You know, they spent a lot of time and effort.
I mean, fair enough.
Hitting the plus movement.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to a certain degree. Oh, actually, well, you know, let's not spoil too much stuff. I actually do have a second clip of this.
Okay.
But you know, I'll let this run out for like the fourth time because I'm still slightly incredulous about it.
I mean, I'm still thinking they just base up a little bit too much here with the Reds. Instead of actually getting, you know, a screen in.
Postron Mike says, I sort of get the Skaven play. It's the High Elf play I don't understand. Like,
I mean,
screening with the two gutters is not as worth it as letting them have a hit on your shitty gutter. Like, you know, it's a rookie gutter runner. Maybe he was like, I'm holding on to the gutter and I want to stall. But
I mean, I guess if you do get the ball here, then the Skaven still have a decent chance at getting it out. But it could also just scatter out.
Yep.
To God knows where.
Yeah. And I mean, it's risky, basically, isn't it?
I mean, he does have a big end gutter next to the carry, but you know, what if he gets pushed next to the end zone and the ball just flies out?
Yeah. Well, yeah, or you know, basically, if you were running in the proper angle and you hit from that corner, you'd be pushing him into the very corner. There's a 5 chance it's going out, right? 5 and 8.
There's a 5 in chance, yeah.
Whereas, so maybe that explains it. Maybe, you know, the logic was I want my crappy gutter runners to be hit rather than the good ones, and the High Elf response was I'm going to hit your good ones anyway because I know you're going to score and I know I can score pretty quickly.
I guess maybe.
Wanted to get the Mighty Blow hit on the actual good ball sacker with dodge, toot horns, wrestle, strip.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But yeah, and then actually, so like there was a lot of good play from both sides, but the High Elves did get into trouble a few times, mostly because of running out of players. And they did try and run away from the Skaven, which, you know, trying to run away from basically the fastest team in Blood Bowl is a little bit pointless.
It's hard.
It's hard. And so, actually,
unlikely to happen.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes you feel you kind of panic, I guess. And
yeah, you definitely see that.
And you know, especially I don't know, and you just kind of try and run away. And I know that's my first instinct quite often. Like,
he's been getting beat up all this whole season, so I can understand trying
to
preserve a little bit.
Poor Rockbard.
Yeah. I mean, and that's part of the problem is he only has 9 players now.
He's been losing them every game.
He didn't lose anyone this game, I think.
No, he didn't lose anyone, but that's still, you know. No. He didn't gain anyone either. He's not even got enough to buy one.
No, he has not got enough money to buy one either.
No.
True.
Yeah.
So the sentence is unfortunately going to be stuck at this for this week.
Well, so anyway, there is another clip which I started showing, but I've stopped again. But I'm going to do that now, which is essentially this is the beginning of. So the Skaven have scored their first touchdown. The High Elves are pushing forward in the second half. They failed to score within 3 turns because I don't think the High Elves pushed forward enough. Again, they're a bit too defensive,
right.
And they could have thrown people forward, but they didn't. They only had like 2 people forward, and one of them was based, so they ended up with like one of them being the based one being knocked down, and then the other one being blitzed, and no one being within scoring range. But basically,
so
the Rats blitz with the Rat Ogre in towards the side of the cage and really put a lot of pressure under the High Elves. And the High Elves respond by hitting the plus movement gutter runner, which I think was a mistake.
Oh, by failing the dodge out.
So yeah, so the blitzer fails dodge out first, which uses the reroll, which is even like more of a problem.
Okay, that is Ah,
So then, oh my god, I've used my reroll. I better build a cage 1 square further back, and then red dice with a
squares,
catcher
actually.
against the rat ogre.
the red ogre with block.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And mighty
Okay.
and mighty blow, obviously.
Don't really like that.
Oh,
well.
the pain of red dice.
Yeah,
I made that mistake last season
Oh, you actually
against
got injured. Okay.
yeah, he died.
against some lizards with my, because I was similar thing. I was getting beat up, right? So I had plus Agi, Pomp, Blitz, Zerker. I went for red dice against the lizard. Rolled skull, obviously, into dead. Reroll like apple already used previous to the game. Yay! That was just. No.
I mean, we could.
That sometimes happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically that. So before this point, he had like 9 high elves. I think the rats might have had a bench of 2 players, maybe. Or do they not have a bench?
I think the rats have a bench.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, they don't actually have a bench.
No, but the rats weren't leaving. There were no injuries to or KOs to any rats at this point. Whereas that was
Right,
the third elf removed.
They seem to be very bashy. The
Rats.
These rats.
Yeah.
From what I'm hearing.
I mean that's how you play rats. They're a good bashy side. It just happens that they've only really got 2 properly bashy players, or 3 with the rat ogre, I guess.
3 with the rat ogre, yeah.
But yeah,
Very true.
ends up being 2-0 to the rats, and I think they did play better, and the rats.
That was some questionable decisions.
Rats pick up 3 level ups.
Yeah, 3 level ups.
Ooh. All of them unconfirmed yet.
Boom. Either he's trying to make them.
Probably got it. Shall we make assumptions? Mighty blow on the blitzer. Either
Probably.
kick or wrestle on the lineman. And the gutter, I think wrestle.
Actually, I'd go for block. I like 2 wrestle, 2 block. Oh, actually, no, the other one's going to get block, isn't he?
The other one hasn't had a chance to.
Yeah.
The other one will get...
The other one has actually rolled 3 doubles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
I mean, I'm not.
That's ridiculous.
I think I would have turned down Nerves of Steel for block, but is that just me?
Okay.
I mean, he can basically.
You can just do plus. I don't really get the Nerves of Steel because this is your bull retriever.
Yeah, so the ball's probably already on the floor before you send him in.
Yeah, the ball's on the floor already.
Yeah. Maybe to pick it up in the zone of people and just pass it out with Nerves of Steel.
Maybe.
From
I
between 4 people,
I could actually see that. Yeah.
I mean, what about guard? I'd consider having guard so you can get him in.
Yeah, that would make sense as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it could work as well.
It's a little bit risky, but
I like it. It's ballsy. It's different.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys would agree with those choices then?
Oh well, assuming the blitz, assuming the storm vermin isn't a double, in which case you take claw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did realise something, by the way. Do you think the reason that the dirty player lineman has the double that he's got is because it's foul appearance? Because he's the dirty player. He's the fouling dirty player. Is it a pun? Is it a meme? Anyway, yeah.
It might be.
I mean, it's 30 TV of pun, but
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, actually, Dr. Hep's got a good point. Actually, the Nerves of Steel might be for passing out. So he runs in, picks up with big hand, and then throws it from wherever he is. Oh, sorry.
That's what Tcold
sorry,
yes.
sorry. I was perhaps trying to multitask and wasn't paying enough attention. I apologise. Yes, that's a very good idea, Tcold.
Decides to steal my idea.
Yeah. So wait. If the gutter runner gets a double, is he going to have another choice for that 4th gutter runner? other than block and
I
wrestle.
guess you pick up. I guess you pick up if he rolls a double for a fourth choice on the double on the.
No. For the gutter
on the
runner
bigger
who
two
hasn't
heads,
got
or
any
the-
other skills yet. So
Yeah.
he's got a leveled up gutter runner. If that rolls double, will he
Guard.
have a second player? Yeah,
I'd say guard.
I'd say guard too, but he hasn't.
Yeah, probably go down.
He hasn't picked guard for
Yeah.
any of his other 4 doubles on gutter runners.
Oh, maybe that's what he's waiting for.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's waiting for.
Maybe he's assigned them all roles, and that is going to be the guard on a double.
Yeah, you are gonna be guard.
Anyway, yeah. So that's that game. Yeah.
Yeah, the high elves didn't get any level ups.
No.
Sadly.
That's yeah. Oh
No permanent injuries on either side.
what the MNG? Oh no, yeah, an MNG on a loner.
MNG on a loner. You know.
Yeah, every time I'm like, oh look, there is one. Yeah, oh, it's a loner. Alright, fine. Sorry.
There's not.
Okay, so the next game is Nuffle's Chosen Misfits, the Goblins, against the Kingfisher Knights, the humans. And this is the one game where I have no clips. I'm very sorry.
Sadly.
And the lack of clips is also a sign that I've not watched the game either.
Neither have I.
Which I feel
sadly.
very guilty about. Because I think it's the only one that none of us have. Is that right?
I think it was written that they just didn't want to die.
Yeah.
So so I have the humans next, and they've been beaten up by the Skaven, and the goblins didn't want to get beaten up by them. I feared the luck might change in my game. They might beat me up instead.
And the humans are back to full strength, sadly.
I mean,
since they were 2 blitzers down.
Oh yeah, they were 2 blitzers down, and that was so the mighty blow piling on one. Oh no, wait, there isn't a mighty blow piling. Yeah. So the mighty blow piling on blitzer wasn't in this game at all. And he's got tackle as well. So the humans only had 1 tackle.
Humans only had 1 tackle, on the catcher.
Yeah.
But
they did post something in Discord.
That could have definitely, that could have definitely influenced the amount of casualties the humans could have possibly gotten.
Yeah, because most of the dodges not being away from tackle gives the goblins a chance to move around and stuff. And 1-1's a really good result between what is
for goblins.
Yeah,
amazing.
A goblin team with only 1 troll. Did they induce another troll?
They induced Ripper. Yes, I think the goblin team hasn't had the cash yet to replace the troll.
No,
maybe.
No, they still don't. 110. Is he? Yeah, he's 110.
I think they lost him 2-3 games ago already.
Yeah, it was 2 games ago. I think it was week 2.
So hopefully he'll pick up the second troll by next week, and then
And again, the loony is MNG. So he only plays in every other game, basically.
I can only imagine he chainsawed himself to MNG.
I mean, it's plausible, but everyone tends to focus fire the loony, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh look,
if you can get a shot at the loony,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh look, there's a player whose armor value is effectively 4. Think I'll hit that, yeah. And and also if he's stunned and I score, then he never comes back again, which is worth it.
I mean, unless bribes.
I still love the armor down ball and chain, which the more I think about it, the more I realise is actually genius. But
Yeah, I mean it doesn't really matter, does it?
Ooh.
Ball and chain never rolls for armor.
Punch stop at the time. Yeah, it's still gonna punch, and with the strength, it's hard to punch
really,
the fanatic back.
Just thinking about it, the fanatic will never roll for. He will just automatically get KO'd.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. So the only time he rolls for armor is against a stabber or a chainsaw. Against a chainsaw, he's screwed. Against a chainsaw, the only thing that doesn't knock him over is a double 1, right? So 3. Oh no, sorry, a 2 or a 3. So against a chainsaw, hitting him would fail.
Chainsaw. A chainsaw is chainsaw is 4+ then, right?
The chainsaw adds
'Cause
3, I think.
It's 7+ now, so it would be 4+.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you've got to roll above the armor and not
Yeah.
equal to.
Yeah, so the
True,
only things
true.
that fail to break the armor is a 2 and a 3. Yeah?
And a 4.
No, a 4 breaks it.
No. A 2. Yeah, 2 and a 3. Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
yes.
Sorry. You are actually right. I'm an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot. It's fine. But we were both saying the same thing, but from different perspectives.
We were actually both yeah.
And the goblins get a level up in this game, which was the block sidestep goblin, who now has sure feet.
Yep. Now has sure feet. Indeed.
So I guess he's the main ball carrier.
Yeah, I mean, what would you give him though?
What instead? On a normal?
Yep.
Diving tackle.
I guess. Yeah, diving tackle just to be annoying and be hard to knock down.
Blodge sidestep, diving tackle.
Annoying,
I can see that.
Yeah. And he's
Yeah,
still. I mean, he's scored 6 touchdowns, so he is obviously fairly regularly the Goblins, ball carrier.
He's scored how many? 6 touchdowns?
Yeah.
6 so far.
Which
not in this game.
That's more than half of the total team's touchdowns. So
yeah, I was going to say he's
you have 11.
Like I was counting back through the
wow.
history to see how many games 6 touchdowns would be, and yeah, that's
Ooh, that's
a long way.
Quite a bit
There's lots of games where they don't score. Ooh, Jesus! They had a game which 8-0. How the hell?
What?
Wow.
7 games ago.
Oh, holy!
Oh wow! That's ooh.
Is that a Skaven
That's
logo?
rough.
That's a Skaven logo, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
That
it's a
is
rat logo. You're right. Yeah.
Logo.
Yeah.
We can't actually.
Yeah.
It was too long ago to see what the history was, but basically the end of last season at some point.
Yeah. Well, I guess the humans just couldn't remove enough goblins, and that's why the goblins kind of won.
Oh, Postro
not
Mike
won.
asked if it was a Skaven with a 1-turner, which is
It might have been.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He wrote 1 turn and lots of casts.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm afraid I can't say anything more about this game because I didn't watch it.
Sadly.
No clue.
Apart
from that.
5th game then?
Yep, so that is The Last Caress against the Grim Dragsters Dr. Heps game.
No, you
What?
skipped
No,
one.
you're missing
Have
one.
I? Oh, which one? Oh, the
Yes.
Bare Necessities against the Happy Sons. Sorry.
Don't be mean against Mike here. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Just spoken to Mike, and yeah, we're going to ignore your game. Oh, Jujitsu said as well. I just read that bit.
3 players most of second half. Wow. Oh, for that one the game. Okay.
Yeah.
Not for this game.
No. Not for the draw.
That's the 8 though.
Yeah. Yeah. So the So Leapy Ben Leap is basically what happened in this game.
Was it?
Yeah.
Leapy Man Leap.
I mean.
Yeah. Leapy Man Leap.
Definitely
Okay, let me guess. Did you just look at the number of leaps or something? So I didn't.
We did look at. We did both look at the dice rolls. Yes.
I
10 to 1.
I didn't actually count them. Yeah, that was nice. 10 successes. That's pretty good. Bit leap happy. So actually, I've taken the clip I've taken. I think I only took 1 clip from this game. But yeah, it was a leap. It was a turn of leaping. So if the orcs make not a very good cage with like one corner missing. So it's a 3-corner X cage, if that makes sense. With a couple of nice hits on an orc blitzer, knocking him out. Releasing the catcher, which as being left as a ball retriever. Leap number 1, guard into cage. Leap number 2. Oh no leap here, but 2 GFIs, one of which fails and uses up GFI. I would have leaped instead. I think you would have had the same similar result. And then the 3rd leap, the wrestler into the cage. Now actually, if these players were swapped over, so if the guard at the top was swapped with the Blitzer, it would have taken 1 extra GFI, but it would have given you a 2 dice instead, which I think would have been a better thing to do. But actually, still, you know, with wrestle on a no dodge ball carrier, that's still still a 50% chance of getting the ball down, and it failed, which was unlucky. Oh, and Mike says, yeah, it was a bad. It was a little mistake. Should have been the other way around. And that's what he was looking at the start. But and actually there were so it's quite a short clip, sorry. But and I watched a little bit more of the game. There was quite a lot of leaping by there were a lot of hits on the ball. So they weren't all leaps, but the Orcs ended up running around a lot and the ball being loose and the Kislev getting hits on the ball. And the Kislev were pretty unlucky not to hit the ball free more and actually get it away, because I think the play was in the Kislev's favour quite a lot. Yeah, just strength 4 is one thing. A strength 4 ball carrier, but there were a good 6 or 7 dice on him in the first half that I saw, maybe even more. And none of them worked. Admittedly, the Kislev didn't fail the leaping into the cage before that, which is usually where I fail.
Leap dice and block dice, not
yeah,
so much.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, yeah, you rolled quite a lot of pushes. See.
Just looking.
Wow, yeah, you're right. That's so 50% more pushes than you should have.
Same thing for the Orcs as well. Lots and lots of.
Yeah, it was a bit of a push happy game. Although the Orcs second.
Oh, the Orcs even more.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the second, the Orcs rolled more block dice. Got a fair few pals as well.
Yeah.
Oops.
But still a lot of pushes, almost almost triple the amount of POWs.
Yeah.
Where it should only be double, realistically. Well, realistically. On average.
Yeah.
Yeah, on average, yeah.
Because what's the word? Variance is a thing.
Yep.
But yeah, anything else you want to say about this?
Is that the only clip?
Yeah, I'm afraid that is the only clip. That was literally while Tcold was walking in the door was when I got that one.
Right.
So literally last minute.
Yeah. So when you came on the mic, that was me. Stopping watching the game about halfway through.
Okay, so we do see 2 level ups.
Yep.
Or the Kislev.
Oh wait! Don't tell me! Don't tell me! Let me have a look first. I like.
They're not actually taken yet.
Oh, okay, excellent. So I can guess even more.
So obviously you take leap on the tame bear.
Obviously, full team of leaping.
I mean, obviously.
Imagine how scary it's like the bear leaping into a cage,
Yep. It's gonna be guard and wrestle, I guess.
The two. Yeah.
Or guard and block.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, no, I'm saying it the wrong way around. Yes.
So yeah, the bear pretty much gets guard.
Yep.
Maybe stand firm, depending on might be some arguments.
I think guard.
I think it. Yeah, I'll take guard.
But was
on
it
a normal team like Kislev, it's gonna...
Yeah, we discussed it in the Kislev channel, didn't? Was it in the Kislev channel?
Speedy bear.
But it was a 4 and a 6, wasn't it? It wasn't a double. So
still speedy bear.
I wouldn't take it. No. Guard's more important.
Movement.
I don't think it's that good. Yeah.
No.
Guard is just too good.
Guard.
Yeah, I think guard is.
If it was a double, obviously block, but guard. I mean, basically, as far as I'm concerned, the main reason to have a bear is a strength 5 guarder.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah, I think it's.
I wouldn't.
Guard.
At this point, especially your players starting to get levels, more levels. I wouldn't even be hitting with him very much. I'd just be standing him in the middle of fights. Were we talking about whether whether you have too much wrestle in this team as well? So more, yeah, 6 and 4.
No, I think you've got a decent amount of wrestle.
Yeah, as someone else in the Kislev team said, maybe block. I'd take more wrestle.
I'd take wrestle, I think, yeah.
It's only 3 wrestle. Definitely use more.
Yeah.
Couple.
Um,
don't really know what Kislev.
Kislev are weird, you know. It's great fun playing them. I'd highly recommend everyone should play Kislev, and have a long run at it because they get better the more you play them. Like at first they're terrible. And it's a real.
I'm playing them in clan for this season.
Oh, okay.
Did lots of leaps first game.
Yeah,
did it work?
Well, it worked until their mommy intercepted a pass. So.
that was not an unexpected sentence.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was a very come on moment.
All right, then badly hurt lineman who's just gonna be back, and we have 1 level on the orcs.
Yeah,
on Nikavoka.
Yep.
Whatever.
Who
he picked up Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
After tackle.
I'm not
fine, I guess.
Lots of Mighty Blow on the team. The orcs. Scary.
I mean, you know,
Yep.
More Mighty Blow than guard. I'd like to have at least an equal amount of guard, maybe a bit more guard, like to protect yourself against the nasty claw teams later on. You need to be out guarding and out strengthening them, right?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, he does outguard and outstrength me, so
yeah.
And I'm facing him now.
Ah.
Good luck.
Yep, it's gonna be fun. I do have 1 claw player though. Yay!
How many players do you have? Oh, actually, so wait.
I've got 11. I might pick up another one, but I'm not sure.
He's got some money in the bank as well. But do you buy a 13th player?
I think you do.
Time.
You have to do the player.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think you do.
Is it time to buy a goblin?
Ooh. I think it might be just time to buy a goblin. Yes.
See,
Could be.
It's cheaper. You know, he'll sit on the he'll be an extra player who they're mostly.
We'll just sit on the bench, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, he's no thrower means he's got a team of entirely AV9. So,
Yep.
Oh yeah, no thrower. That's interesting.
It's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon. You've got a blitzer that's pretty good at just carrying the ball.
That's true.
The movement +1.
Positron Mike says never goblin on orcs.
What? Never.
As far as I'm
What do you
concerned,
mean never.
Well, that's the same school of thought as if you're playing like proper min-maxy orcs and you want to play really well, you don't have a troll and you don't have a thrower.
You don't have a troll that's plus MA.
Well, yeah, that too. But you don't have a troll at all, and you don't have a thrower. So the carrying on a blitzer is actually, I think, is like the commonly accepted kind of min-max choice for orcs.
Mm-hmm.
All AV9, no AV8 weaknesses, and carrying on a player who isn't movement 5, and not paying for pass access on a player who's got no one to pass to. But then you don't take the troll. But once you've got the troll, I think you should take a goblin, because there's going to be a game where you get the ball in turn 7 or 16, and you're going to hand it to the goblin, and he's going to score, and it's going to win you the game. And you can only find that out if you have a goblin and a troll.
Right.
Gotta play for the fun.
I think I mentioned this last week or the week before, but I played an orc team where I specifically tried to throw goblins in one league, and there's one game where I went from turn 14 being 1-0 down to winning 2-1 because of 2 goblin throws. So a 1-turn throw to score, and then a defensive 1-turn throw, picks up the ball and then scores the next turn. And that,
right.
So it's worth it.
Your opponent didn't pick up the ball?
No, because basically it was a deep kick. They were a little bit too far forward, and I based them up, blitzed, and
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You threw him.
threw a goblin and scored. And you know, it doesn't happen very often. I played that team maybe 20 times or something, and like I've got that one story to cling to from all the pain and suffering. But but you know, the 40 you spend on a goblin of TV is not very much. You know, 2 skills, and for that small chance that you might either score in a turn 8 or turn 16 situation, or at least get to watch a troll eat a goblin. I think it's worth it. Anyway, there we go. That's my little speech about why you should have a goblin if you got a troll.
And on that bombshell, I think it's time we go on to the next game.
Yep, which is... the one I tried to skip onto earlier, which was the Last Caress versus...
So now we'll skip over that one and then...
Freeman Drags... to make up for it. Just to annoy
kidding.
Dr. Hep.
Yep.
And
he's got to stay till the end.
And his dirty elves. Oh my god.
Oh, it's dirty elves. Oh my god. I actually managed to catch most of this live, and it's crazy the amount of stuff he gets away with.
Well,
yeah, very, very aggressive.
I mean, things like you know, if you try more things, you discover that some of them work. It's that thing of like new players, you know, being really irritating because they try something really stupid but it works, and you're like, I can't believe this. Except Dr. Hep's not a new player. He's just played so much Agi 5 that he's cheating. I mean,
it's just Agi 5.
There are so many dice rolls where I was like hypercritical and like, I just throw dice at it, why don't you? But I realised afterwards he's rolling as many dice as I'd roll if I was an Agi 3 team. Like he's rolling, you know, 3 pluses. The thing that irritates me is he's rolling 3 pluses because he's Agi 5 dodging through 2 tackle zones, rather than rolling 3 pluses
and then dodging away
because he's doing the most, you know, the perfect, least dangerous thing. And like he could have easily taken an extra turn or 2 to score in both his touchdowns, and it would have saved a lot of time. So okay, let's. I'm going to show the clip for the first touchdown, and I started. So he mentioned his turn 2, and I've started from the opponent's turn 1 because I think it's important also to see kind of like how the turn gets to that point a little bit. And there were a couple of elfy pushes, so both the players who handle the ball are the ones who are hit at the end of turn 1. First action for the elves is dodge away from tackle, so a 3+, a 2+, 2+, whatever, to do a blitz on a player who's got nerves of steel, so you know, not entirely necessary use of the blitz. Then a pass, which was, you know, another. This time it was a 3+. 3+, because it's extra range. With
pass.
Yeah, and then
so 1 in 9.
A handoff to someone who's in a tackle zone, and then
another 3+.
A dodge into a tackle zone with Agi 5, admittedly. It's like
that's a 1 in 36. You can take one.
Half of those dice didn't need to be rolled. Like
that is true. That is true. But you know, I mean, you gotta take all the chances.
No,
you gotta get those hits in against the werewolves.
I mean, I'm sitting here making the Jackie Chan face repeatedly. Like, why? Why not? Like, why not just? Why not wait and score in turn 3? You know, Okay, so the ball was so deep.
He's just showing.
The ball was so deep because he had to make a vanity pass on a lineman for his first move.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Make a vanity pass on lineman for his level.
Which, you know, I understand, but then you don't need to score turn 2. You could just, you know, move forward 2 squares.
Just wait a little bit.
Wait until turn 3. No. Like, I don't understand why he had to roll all those dice.
I guess that's just a Hep way, isn't it?
It hurts my soul a little bit, you know. And so anyway, so I kept recording after the touchdown, because the
All right.
I then asked Dr. Hep what Thunden's favourite moment would be, and he said probably killing the catcher in turn.
Probably this.
So, which okay, again to add to the questions, why did Dr. Hep put a catcher on the line? Like
because you know he actually said this in game. He thinks the other players are more valuable.
even the thrower.
Yes, even the thrower, because he really wants a thrower, and like the previous ones have died very early on in their careers.
Okay. Because
he has 4 catches, only one.
Yeah, that's Oh, sorry. I was watching a replay of this I kind of caught a little bit of the stream, but wasn't really paying that much attention. I apologise. So I wasn't really there for the in-game experience. But watching the replay was giving me an aneurysm. Like, it just it irritated me so much. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it's funny. It's great. Makes it very entertaining. You know, I'd highly recommend watching every stream of Dr. Hep because you will either watch elves do ridiculous things or die in droves.
You watch elves die?
Yeah, both of which are two of the best things to watch in Blood Bowl. So, whereas poor Thunden's doing all the right moves and being really careful. I love that. I love the fact he's doing the basing with those other players at the beginning of this split. And the Gould is filling up a dodge space to making it harder without actually adding contact. That's like, that's how you're supposed to play. That's what Dr. Hep should be doing. None of this rolling millions of dice. Sorry, I need to calm down. I can't underline how much this it irritates me for no real reason.
That it works. It worked. That's what irritates you the most.
So Postra Mike says that the 4 and only wanting 3 was the reason given on stream. Okay.
Oh yeah, the second score was definitely worse than dice.
Well, I'm glad you said that because guess what clip we have next?
Is it the second score?
It's not really the second score. It's the whole of the turn. Yeah, exactly. So it's the first of all. It's the blitzer dodging out of tackle to then base the player with tackle, which... What? Why do you do that? I don't understand. So he dodges out of tackle, mighty blow to stand next to him. I mean, it's,
kind of a small mistake here that you don't fill in the gap.
I'm not sure so when he blitzed with the werewolf.
You could have hit the loner first. And then filled up the gap for the blitzer, which would, actually force the blitzer to sidestep away.
Yep, you're right.
From the ball.
Yep. I mean, also you could have also filled in the gap behind the ball carrier and used that second block afterwards to push the Ghoul away as well. And he also should have stood the white up who's lying down behind the Ghoul. And if he hadn't done that, the ball would have been in 3 tackle zones instead of being only in 1.
Yeah, true.
I mean, so he does he makes mistakes in this turn, and he's obviously. Yeah. I think he's maybe a little bit panicky about the.
I mean, that's kind of the thing about the way Dr. Hep is playing. He just puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah. I mean,
and that might make a lot of players just panic.
Yeah. I don't think you should reroll that first hit with werewolf.
No, me neither. Yeah, just to push his.
I think you wait. Yeah, I think you. Yeah.
The next one pushes him out of contact anyway.
Yeah.
So you used to reroll there, ideally.
Exactly.
So again, a pass to a player in a tackle zone here because why not?
Oh yeah, with an interception chance as well because why not?
Yep. Why not? And then just run him away. I score again. Haha.
Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
So on the bright side, at least this. So the clip's now gonna restart because I want to go through this again again. But he does he removes the he badly hurts that blitzer who does the stupid dodge at the beginning.
Good.
You're right about the reroll though. Yeah.
This first one should not have been a reroll. The second one maybe, but
Yeah, if it was
But you'd already
a push again, but
Or he could have filled it in, or he could have filled in the next thing.
yeah.
that's good elfing. Yep, that is indeed good elfing. Sadly.
I mean, yeah, and like I'm not even that bothered about the Agi 5 dodging. I think that was probably good play. But some of the it's mostly the blocking and some of the choices he makes where it's not optimal. But I guess I can get over that. Sorry,
Right.
it takes me a second to recover from this though, because
So do we have more clips from this game?
yeah, we do. Okay, so the
amazing.
last one, I can't remember why that one is, why the last one is the last one, but so I've got a third clip.
Is it quad skulls?
Wait, is this?
There were quad skulls.
Oh, so this is
There were quad skulls.
No, it wasn't the quad skulls. This is, or I don't think I got the quad skulls. I saw the comment about quad skulls, but no one said when it was, so I didn't get the clip.
Ah, that's right. There was indeed quad skulls. I think at the one of the first blocks on Funden's turn. So
Although so we're picking it up in turn 14 after the Necro have just scored, so it's 2-1.
And the ball scatters very, very good.
There's a very short kick. They get a perfect defense. Everyone is a little bit too far forward, which
and he's choosing to go to this side.
Yep,
Ah.
because he's mental. He's absolutely crazy. And he's going for the GFI.
If this fails, you just draw the
You're
game.
screwed, yeah. Instead, he makes 2 GFIs, a pick up in a tackle zone, a throw over a player, and makes it. We're on rolling a 6 without even needing to use pass, with no reroll for the GFIs.
Wow.
But to be fair, Thunden is too far forward. Why does Thunden not have one player back?
Why does he not have? Yeah, you should have a couple of players back.
Like, it was the right thing. It worked out. I guess you can't argue with results.
And could he still do this?
Oh yeah, you can still do this. You can still.
You've got the well to recover,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So you'll notice I haven't stopped the video yet. This is actually going to be all 5 turns, but it's not really that long because the werewolf goes to pick the ball up, has to use a reroll to pick it up, which is the last reroll in the game.
Exactly.
Goes to the throw.
Why don't you move
Rolls a 1.
one guy up further?
No, I mean that would make too much sense. This is not a game for doing the right thing.
Why don't you move one guy at least in scoring range first?
Yeah.
So you still got that as a last resort option.
Even if he's a zombie,
now you just lose.
4+ to 4+ is nice.
Yeah, the ghoul should have gone.
Wow. Okay, that's 3 1s in a row. Fine.
It was actually 4 1s. So there was
That's 4 1s in a row.
There was also a 1 on the armor roll.
Yeah, 1 on the pass. Fine.
And then the hell falls over.
All right, sure.
Oh, Postron Mike says he could have actually picked up the ball with the sure hands wolf. So he could have sent the wolf forward as a scoring threat. Was the sure hands wolf in tackle zone?
Sure Ghoul was not in a tackle zone. No. Ghoul.
I didn't even see that. But yeah.
I mean, he rolled 4 1s. So I don't think it would have made much of a difference.
But it is one of those things where a perfect defense messes up. So like he had players back and a good defense
Defending player.
because he went all out to like put everyone on the line because he thought he had a good chance. He leaves no one behind, and his other defensive position. The throw.
Would you just leave the mighty blow tackle white behind here?
Or the Garda? I don't know. One or the other.
Or the Garda.
But
yeah,
one of the edgy.
probably the Mighty Pro tackle one, just because of tackle, really. Yeah.
But it's a classic. It's a classic overextension, isn't it? Yeah, overcommit. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's kind of is, yeah.
I mean, he was still he was still unlucky that none of the 3 dice without a reroll that were rolled before weren't ones.
Lol, easy.
Yeah. Bloody elves.
And the pass is accurate as well. Just depends with.
I mean, not just accurate. He rolled a 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a 6.
It was actually. I mean, it was. Actually,
4+, right?
Actually 5. Yeah, I mean it was a 4+, but it was a 4+ to fumble. So there was no inaccurate. There was no chance of getting inaccurate because he's actually 5. So the -2 would make a 1 after what's it? Anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes me feel slightly ill. We still got one game to talk about, so haven't we? I'm kind of out of energy now. Just watching. Jeez.
We still have one more game for you.
Yeah.
But first, the level ups.
Oh yeah, level ups. I assume did the elves get loads of level ups because they're because they're elves. Because they're elves. Yeah, exactly.
Let's do the Necro first. The Necro got a level up on the Tackle Mighty Blow White. Mr. Big 138, 138, whatever.
Yep.
Has he probably has picked it, right? Yeah,
more guard.
Guard. Yeah, guard is
I think guard's a good choice.
Yep.
Especially with some of the orc team that we said didn't have enough guard, massively outguards this team, right? So.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Good choice.
Well, yeah, that's true. And we have we also have a zombie stealing the MVP here, which also leveled him up, so he gets blocked.
Yep.
As a reward.
I mean, he's also kept the zombie from the catcher.
We also have Sparky Pluggo now on the Necro team. So
with 14 players, like a second dirty player wouldn't go miss. I don't think.
It wouldn't hurt, no.
That's a lot of.
I'm not block isn't a bad choice either.
Okay.
And then the elves.
Maybe he doesn't foul a lot.
Yeah.
He doesn't the value of a second one.
The Elven Union, who are now on 1560 TV adjusted.
Oh, is that because of loners?
They've got a blitzer MG, and they've got a catcher dead. The blitzer was he?
The 11 SPP blitzer. Yeah, niggled. The 11 SPP blitzer niggled.
Yep, the blitzer that he got 11 SPP in this game.
Yeah.
And got a level up. Who's picked up diving tackle, so he's going to be basing, is niggled.
What could go wrong?
I mean,
what could go wrong? I don't know.
He's also Dr. Hep's last remaining AV8, so
That is also true. Might not be AV8 for much longer.
I mean, he's effectively not AV8 with a niggle, right?
Maybe that's the plan, make it a whole team AV7.
Why not just play Wood Elves?
You've got the tree to drag you down then.
Yep. Yeah, I guess. We also got a level on Brussels Crow, the catcher that was picked up from the market, who miraculously hasn't died yet.
Boo.
For a player who got picked up from the market.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He got 2 SPP this game from a casualty. He's now at 76. And picked up tackle.
So what is this ridiculousness of rolling doubles in both of his current linemen for the guard? That's just...
Well, it's kind of a problem.
I didn't even notice that.
It's kind of a problem. So so the other level was on Gorman Dion Tatir, who's now got guard. He didn't have anyone worse than a dodge catcher with 6 SPP to go on the line before. Now who's going to go on the line?
He pretty much has to put guard or the thrower on the line.
I mean, he has to put the guard and the thrower on the line, doesn't he?
No, he still has. He has 2 loners.
Yeah, 2 loners.
He's actually got 3 loners for next game, so he can just put 3 loners on the line.
There you go.
Assuming, did he actually say in stream that he was going to keep the niggle? Oh,
I don't know.
Postron
But-
Mike says the niggle can go on the line.
Not yet.
Hmm.
The niggle is out for this game.
Yeah. Yes, he did. He's keeping the niggle. Is he doing that just to irritate me further? Is that what this is? Is this
Yes.
personal
Yes.
vendetta?
Quite possible.
Yes.
Quite possible.
Okay, the last game
When-
of the round is now I'm going to show you. It's the Grimtail versus Grinch. The whatever they are.
Orcs versus Nurgle.
Yeah, the other the Nurgle, the actual Nurgle. Yeah.
Yes, the actual Nurgle.
Sorry.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Nurgle Community College.
And the Orcs come off with the win here.
Yeah. And Innovation sent me
Thanks.
another detailed match report, but I used it to actually. So I'm not going to read it out this time.
You use it to make clips.
To make a clip, or did
Oh,
I
a
do
clip.
2 clips? I can't remember. Did we actually show all the clips from the last game? What was the last
I
game?
don't know.
What? Where am I?
Last game was
Okay, no.
Elves versus Necro. Yeah, you did show that.
Yeah.
You showed the end of it.
Yeah.
Was that one? Yes.
Okay, so I can't remember what the clip is from this game, so let's just show it and see. Oh, no, I'm not going to show that yet. All right, so Innovation receives, the Nurgle receive, the Orcs have Ripper as an inducement. So they have Ripper, a Troll, and 4 Black Orcs, and 2 Guard.
So definitely going for the outstrength game here.
And Innovation has a plus strength beast, which is basically pretty close to being Ripper. A plus strength warrior, which is pretty close to being the troll. And 3 strength 4s and only 1 guard.
So the Orcs do outstrength them.
But only just by 1 guard and 1 strength. But it's a tiny little difference. And then in the
And you do have
first kick,
Claw Mighty Bow.
yeah, you do have Claw Mighty Bow. The first kickoff event of the game is perfect defense, and the Orcs crowd the line and make it almost impossible for Innovation to get any blocks off. And I do feel really
hard.
sorry for him. And so basically, all his warriors are on the line. No, it's not. No, his plus strength warrior isn't on the line. And I do wonder if he was planning on going for a cheeky handoff to get the 3 SPP to get another level on him. Try and give it to the Nurgle warrior. But in the end, he kind of had to scrabble around and blitz with the beast, which was not ideal. And then get another block and then dodge a player out. And he picked up the ball, but it was really hard. And then in the first round of blocks from the Orcs, they KO'd the guard Nurgle warrior. So the Nurgle end up with no guard and even less strength, and the Orcs basically pound on the Nurgle.
Yeah.
I don't think the Nurgle did anything wrong. I think I don't think Innovation played badly. I am in no way trying to atone for the fact that I threw horrible shade at Innovation last time by saying he still hasn't won anything. But he played well. The Orcs didn't play better, but they just
got outbashed.
They got outbashed. They got controlled. It was a little bit messy in places, and I did see a few things that the Chaos could have done a little bit better, and a few things that the Orcs could have done a little bit better. I think Nurgle, whatever they are. So it's the names. It's the name of the Chaos team. I'm just going to remember this as the Chaos team now. Anyway, yeah, and I think both teams also went through their rerolls in the first half a little bit quickly. So both of them had completely run out by turn 5 or so. And when the Nurgle had to make a dodge to score at the end, Innovation said that he should have been further to the right, so there was less chance for the Orcs to catch him up and base him. But I think he should have had rerolls rather than that. Oh, okay. Postron Mike's added that he suggested Fend for the niggled Pro Elf Blitzer to keep him alive a bit longer. Yeah. But yes, anyway, going on to the clip. So the clip is from the second half, turn 11, and
Right.
this is one where. So first of all, so innovation actually pointed out the next turn, but while I was looking for it, I got to this turn, and I think one of the main mistakes that innovation made in this game was that similar to that the necro positioning is overcommitting to one side. So the ball's on the left, but it's so far away it doesn't really matter. You should imagine that ball is in the middle of the pitch because it can go
it doesn't really
it can go
matter
so
where it
far. But the Nurgle are all moving over to the left, and there's on the halfway line. There's 4 at the end of the turn. There's 4 orcs with quite a lot of strength and very little Nurgle on, the halfway line on the middle of the pitch to the right. So all the Nurgle have moved over, and all the most
that's
of
a big hole.
That's a big hole, and most of the slowest players are there as well. So like the Beast has moved all the way over. The Blitzing Claw is level with the ball, when I think after the blitz he should have moved back a bit more central.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Having said that, the orcs roll more dice than they need to in the following turn, and not in the right order, and and get away with it. No re-rolls after a block. After a block without block, is a 1 in 9. But they are doing the right thing of kind of trying to hem in the remaining Nurgle.
Yeah, that's true. You really want to do that. Yeah. You got lucky on the stuns as well.
He makes a pass with the thrower to the plus agi lineman, which could have been a pass to the blitz, and then a handoff to the blitzer in stink. Now the throw could have been straight to the blitzer, and it would have been the same roll. So all you're doing there is there would have been a GFI. So all you're doing there is exchanging a GFI, but also
and leaving the ball in a more risky position.
Yeah, but also it was instinct from that warrior. But if you'd have done the Ripper block on the warrior first, he could have moved the warrior so that there was no stink around the blitzer as well.
Right. Could you?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, you could have.
So they were it's not massive, and in fact, maybe you could argue that the throw is better than the GFI because you can't injure a player with a throw. I guess.
Hang on, but the pass the direct pass to the blitzer would not have been easier.
It would have
definitely.
No,
not.
You're right. It would have been the same. So
it would have been a 4+ even instead of the 3+ it is now.
If you make a GFI, it's not.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not.
It's like a direct diagonal line of 6 squares to get to quick pass.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you make a GFI, that's true.
But yeah, you're exchanging the catch for the GFI, so maybe it isn't better.
Guess
maybe it's better to hand off rather.
I mean, I'd rather have the ball more to the right of the pitch if it fumbles, and you can actually reposition. You can actually reposition the lineman where you want him to instead of next to the blitzer.
I mean, on the other hand, it's turn 13, and you're like, there's hardly anyone on this side of the pitch. Do you need to go that far? Could you not just run the catcher to the middle of the pitch and
yeah, I know it's the same dice, Mike. I'm just wondering where you'd rather want the ball to be if it fails at the orcs.
But yeah, the second the handoff didn't need to be in stink if Ripper had made his block first.
Yep, true. Oh, that's a 4+ handoff then as well. Wow.
Yeah, with no reroll.
Damn.
And he could have moved that orc.
That worked.
To make
Damn.
Yeah.
Got lucky there in the end.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, it was a good opportunity to take with the emptiness of the right side.
But
so.
not necessarily in the right order.
Yeah. That definitely. Yeah.
And the fact this is only turn 11 or 12, and he's run out of replays, rerolls.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how it went forward, but with the
I
way
mean,
the Ripper moved the warrior there.
You still only have 2 rerolls, right?
Sorry, say that again.
Sorry.
The Orcs still only have 2 team rerolls, so I guess, yes, you do actually run out of them.
Oh, in total?
Yes.
Yeah, true. I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Alright, so I'm assuming the Orcs.
Yeah.
It's the 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. 1-0 score. And again, I don't think the Nurgle pushed forward enough when they had the ball as well. But again, not it was. I think it could have been a draw very easily, and I think a draw would have been a fair result as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Onto the level ups then.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 1 Pestigore leveling because of 2 completions. Dev's Messenger, who is now picked up Mighty Blow. So the replacement for Golden Goose is coming along.
Hooray! Replacement killer.
Hooray! So he can get fired as soon as Dev's Messenger reaches 31 SPP.
Which you're still going to be doing a lot of hitting with Golden Goose. So.
Yep.
He is the Golden Goose, isn't he?
He's the Golden Goose.
In fact, yeah. And he got 2. The Golden Goose got 2 cows as well. So
Yep.
Still stealing those SPP away.
Sadly.
You just don't fire him anymore.
I mean, against Orcs, you do want to blitz with him, to be fair.
Yeah, I guess I could Hive Armor.
I assume your innovation, Karmus Echo, who says, I thought when we played, Dave controlled the game, but I made a huge error of positioning, but kind of blocked into that position too. But so, yeah.
Mike says, hope I can kill him next game. Good luck with that, Mike.
I mean, yeah, Kislev are actually surprisingly bashy. The ability to get anywhere on the pitch if you really want to means assassinating Niggle's players is more or less one of our major roles, in life. In Gruff in my division it was 3B last season. He he bountied 2 players from every team, and I got 6 of them or 5 of them. Because you can't hide a player from Leapy Men.
Alright, no levels on the books.
No.
Sadly. Do have 1 M&G lineman, but that's
Yeah, Ripper got cows. So often happens.
Ripper got a cast, yes. On a Rotter.
Yeah.
But Rotter was badly hurt twice.
Okay, so that's the matchups.
Final game.
Yep.
Isn't it? Yep.
So now we have the table. I don't think anyone's played yet. In fact, it's not rolled yet, has it?
It's not rolled yet.
So you're doing pretty well there. Oh, you were winning, but now you've had a draw. You're in second place, Tcold. The Rats.
Yeah, that was last week against the silly Dark Elves.
He was 2-1.
Oh well.
Yeah, the Rats still managing to keep their unbeaten. Well, I guess you're both unbeaten, but still a perfect record so far. But you've not played.
We are indeed both unbeaten. Yay!
Only 3 unbeaten.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep it going that way.
Yeah, game 4. We'll see. You've only got another 9 games left of the season, so
Yeah, I'm sure we'll keep up.
I'm sure the Rats.
We'll keep the streak.
I'm sure the Rats and the Norse will both survive perfectly well for 9 more games, and neither of them will lose a horrific number of players.
I've reached my cap of good players lost already, so I think I'll be good. Somehow I don't get permanent injuries. Players just die or nothing happens.
They either die or they just get badly hurt.
Badly hurt or dead. Or MNG, okay. And that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah. It's the Norse way.
All right.
Death or glory.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Alright. Is it safe to say that that Rugbot will not be making the playoffs?
I wouldn't
With
say that.
0-4?
I wouldn't say that yet. It's entirely possible for someone to turn it around, and
Would 27 points be enough to get
I
top
mean,
3?
do you even need to make the
If he wins
playoffs?
all of it?
What's your plan for this season? Is it really to make the playoffs? Do you want to be in the playoffs against some of the horrific Nurgle teams that there are with this high elf team? There's a lot of maybe by the end of the season they'll want to be there a bit more, but I wouldn't be aiming for playoffs at this point. I'd be aiming for a nice.
I'd be aiming for development.
Yeah, exactly. A nice, quiet, restful end of season where I don't need to get beaten up by Nurgle would be my general choice.
It's always nice.
Yeah. And his stadium's called
It's
Please.
a very scary team. The 3 edge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always possible.
I'm lucky to have played him. I think. It's gonna get scarier.
Yeah.
That team.
Yeah, exactly. The moment there,
it's gonna get a lot more elf boost.
Yeah, he needs to watch more games from Dr. Hep, but then
Yep.
I mean, it's not just 3 Agi 5. It's 3 Agi 5 with movement 8.
Yes.
The ability to get almost anywhere on the pitch and do so much elfy bullshit.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So we're going to go on to next week.
Yep.
So next week's matchup: Nurgle Community College, which is the Chaos team, against the Last Caress, which is Thunden's Necro.
Yes.
Thunder's Necro.
And they're both on page 2, aren't they? So, they're both next to each other. Preferences? Who do you think is going to win?
Necro.
I think
because
the
Necro because Claw MB.
I mean,
yeah, and the Chaos doesn't have that much mighty blow or guard.
Yeah, Chaos
so
is still very much development team, not that killy yet, and Necro is surprisingly resilient.
Yeah.
With the regen and everything.
The
mighty blow werewolf might carve up part of the team as well.
Yeah, and the fouling with 14 players.
Also, only 11 players on the Chaos team again, so any removal is felt stronger.
Yes, very true.
But with 200 TV of inducements, Chaos might have a wizard or something better.
He's probably gonna go for wizards.
What?
I think
considering that was his go-to game against me, so
is that
probably gonna be the same.
Is that a bot in chat? I think it might be.
I don't think it's a bot. I think it's a real person, and they've had a similar message before, where I didn't reply for a while, and then he went, "Oh, fuck you then." So I think
this is a bot. This is a bot.
Okay.
Right? It's an advertisement.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah. Should I? How do I beat it to within an inch of its life? That's the question. But anyway, let's just carry on and ignore it. That would be the right answer, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Okay. So are we all saying Necro basically?
I am saying Necro.
I am saying Necro.
Yeah, there's 3 Necros. For me, it's not actually about the claw. I think Thunden's probably a better coach from what I've seen of the 2 coaches. So I do think, I think both teams. I don't think the claw mighty blow is enough to decide a game often. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Maybe 20% of the time it'll win you a game. But so there's 20% more chance the Necro will just win. But I think.
I mean, if it pops up on some key players, then.
Yeah, then it's a real advantage.
Yeah.
But more often than not, Claw mighty blow is a disappointment, and it's the better coach that wins. But I still think
talking about disappointments, we've got the Chaos Minotaur still at 0 SPP after 3 games.
Yeah. I was scared of that one. Like he just fist punches. Just
He's got pillow claws.
Sadly.
Yeah.
He's only actually made 10 blocks in 3 matches. So, like, even with line of LOS blocks, he's only made 4 blitzes in 3 games essentially. Assuming he's made 2 line of LOS blocks each game. Yeah, that makes sense. So 6 of his blocks.
He's made 2 blitzes in total because Frenzy.
Oh wow! If you include Frenzy, then it's possible that all his
He's still received more blocks than he's actually made.
Yeah, I mean it might be that he's not actually he's not blitzing with him that much. That he's he's standing him still except when he has to, which is probably a good thing. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. My game crashed. Oh no.
Rip.
You're gonna have to pick who you think is going to win of Ben Acestes and Grim Tail. Mike's Kislev against the Nurgle.
Innovations.
I think I'm going purely on record here and saying Mike. With the necessities.
I mean, Nurgle are a bad team for Kislev. All the disturbing presence makes getting the ball away from the big crowd in the middle really hard.
That's true.
My least favourite matchup as Kislev is Nurgle. And generally I'd probably still give Kislev, I guess, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it this level.
Probably.
I mean, the fact that if you look at these 2 teams, you look at the Kislev and you look at the Nurgle, and then you also realise that the Nurgle are going to get 240 odd, or 250 points of inducements if Mike takes the movement or the armor.
Yeah.
Armor 10 better than movement. Anyway, and you look at the teams and you're like, the Nurgle team looks better than the Kislev team, ignoring the fact that it's getting 200 points of inducement.
I mean, the Kislev outguard them. That's strange,
That's not that strength.
Yeah, but far less strength.
Yeah, that is
The
true.
Nurgle strength is just crazy.
We'll see how Mike plays it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still choosing Mike.
Yeah, I've been trying to convince myself it's not Mike, but I do think Mike, again, is the better coach, but it's going to be hard against Kislev.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard.
It is.
But are we all 3 of it? Again, are we all unanimous in our agreement of Mike winning this one?
Yeah.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, this has been pure agreement all the way. That's surprising. Okay, so the goblins, against the orcs.
Goblins orcs
against Disco Dave's orcs, who I'd like to point out for the first time in 3 weeks didn't lose a blitzer called Disco Dave.
Oh, yay! Congratulations!
Disco Dave survived the game. He didn't get any SPP, but he survived.
Oh.
Oh wait, it says 0 games played. Did he was what?
Is he new?
Did he replace him just?
He must be new.
Seriously? This is that's a new one.
What? But he didn't die in the last game. I don't understand why he's new. Wait, what?
Did he play with 3 blitzers last game? He did play with 3 blitzers.
Oh, he didn't exist yet. All right, fine. Okay, so he didn't have enough money to buy the blitzer. That makes more sense. Okay.
So unfortunately, the blitzer named Disco Dave has not survived the game.
No,
yet.
he still died every game he's been in for the last 4 games.
I didn't die. I got injured or MD'd or whatever.
God.
Yeah. Oh dear. So this actually might be a game. Oh, there's 2 tackle, but this actually might be a game where I'm going to say I think the Goblins are going to win. I mean, coming coming back from a
Let me
draw
see the
against
Looney.
a human team that looked a lot more dangerous to goblins than this orc team does.
That is true. They are missing the
Goblin-
Looney though for the game.
I'm missing a Looney,
No,
which
well,
might
there's still
make
only
it
one
difficult
troll.
for the removals.
I mean, Loonies against orcs not that great. You know,
It's also true.
you know
that's true.
they're basically
I mean, you
AV7,
still AV6.
AV6, no, but still. It's not amazing, and like the
He
orc
won
players are
nothing.
cheap as well, so you're not removing anything like maybe the plus strength guys, but whereas they're hitting you back in your armor 4, I don't think. I think the Looney being out, it's not that much of a problem. He's not going to get as much inducement money.
Yeah.
I think this could be a draw.
I'm thinking. I'm still gonna go win for the orcs, honestly. With the amount of block they have, I think they might just remove the goblins quite easily.
Yeah, that's all.
Jajisi says that Disco Dave won last time they played. And I'm in no way suggesting that I felt guilty for saying you'd never win your last game and a draw was a really good result. But, you know, I'm going to tip the Goblins to win. So there, whether it's a good idea or not. So that is that. Sorry, what was yours, Tcold? What did you say?
I think they're gonna draw.
Okay, so that's one for each. That's, you know, the perfect split.
For goblins.
So next we have the bullshitters against the bullshitters. We have
we have elf bullshit versus rat bullshit.
I
basically.
think that's gonna be a game to watch.
That I want to watch.
That's
that
gonna be a
one, yes.
fun one, yeah.
You wait, it's going to be 0-0 for the whole.
I'm going for a draw here. Yes, I'll go for a draw.
You're going to go for a draw. Is that because you don't want to pick one side or the other?
Nope. I don't want to pick.
But if it's gonna be a draw, it's probably gonna be a high score.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 2-2.
It's gonna be
2-3,
3-3 or something like that.
Yeah, I think so actually. I think it might be.
That could very well happen, yeah.
Because they both have a killer now, right? Assuming the Skaven pick up Mighty Blow.
Yeah. Probably have.
So probably gonna see quite a bunch of removals since they're all AV7. So we might see a very open field with lots of touchdowns.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
It's gonna be a very fun one.
Would you even consider taking block on the Storm Vermin instead of Mighty Blow? Just to... Oh, Jujitsu says...
You do realize Storm Vermin have block inbuilt, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, tackle. I meant tackle. Sorry. So tackle to get a few elves down.
2, 3, 4, 5. You play against 5 elves with tackle, with dodge.
Yeah, but they're the 5 elves you really want to hit the most as well.
They are the 5 elves you really want to hit the most. That's true.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe Mighty Blow just to get rid of the Garters. I'm gonna say Skaven win it. I think they're going to outbash the elves. I think they can keep up the score line. So it doesn't matter if Dr. Hep scores in 2. The Skaven score, and then the Skaven get to hit elves and actually do damage.
Yeah.
So, you know, if it does get to 2-2, like after the half, then there's going to be like 4 or 5 elves left, and there's going to be a lot of Skaven left. I think there's going to be more Skaven left than elves, which is the caster's curse way of causing the elves to all die. But, you know, I'm going for the Skaven on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
High scoring Skaven win.
You know,
I'm still going for it.
I mean, this is the kind of game where if I was the elves, I'd be not scoring to avoid extra LOS blocks because you know you can't win by outscoring the opposition. So you do get that kind of double bluffing going on. But we'll see. Maybe Dr. Hep can actually stall. Maybe he knows what stalling is after all. I doubt it.
Not seeing that one.
Okay, and next is you against the Orcs, Failfish.
It is. it is.
The happy generals against the tanking sons.
Yes. I think this could go either way. Honestly.
So you've got 11 players.
I do have 11 players. He has 12.
Oh, but you
I
might get another player.
I'm debating on picking up another bench. Yes. Just to have that bench.
I think a bench is important because you will come across teams that will remove you, and
Yeah, I know.
it's hard to play with non-elves and less than 10 players.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up another bench. Yeah, but then still it's gonna be. It really can go either way. Honestly. I just gotta hope that the armor doesn't really hold out, or that I can just remove some players with full mighty blow.
Usually the strength and the amount of guard and mighty blow. Yeah, might be.
It's gonna be It's
say that the orcs might take it.
We have
in a 2-1.
We have the same strength, I think.
No, he's got one.
No,
more
he's got one more. He's got one.
Yeah.
Yes.
More.
And he also has like 2 more guard, or 3 even.
Yeah.
I do get the inducement money though, which I don't know what to do with it yet, but.
Oh, I mean, assuming you don't buy another player. If you buy another player, 1640.
I'm still gonna get like 100k.
Yeah, that's true. And well, he's still got money, so actually, his TV could go down to 1700.
That's true.
Yeah.
1710.
You're right.
I really don't know how to.
If your claw survives and actually does some removals, Chaos should win. I'm going to plumb for the Chaos winning.
Same for the other way.
Yeah. And a good orc coacher who can use his strength and guard well. Basically, whoever's the better coach should win this. I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe some removal dice.
Yeah.
Counter into it as well, but
I think removal dice are gonna be here this game.
It'll be a big one.
I'm really not willing to take any bets, honestly. Gonna win.
Okay. Well, I'm saying Chaos.
I'm gonna say works.
Okay, so another 3-way split just to keep it nice and even-handed. And now, Tcold, your game against humans who are basically really good anti-Norse team.
Are they?
Yeah, because
yeah.
I've been having good luck against humans when I played.
1, 2, 3, 4 mighty blow.
But yeah, the mighty blow amount scares me. I do outstrength them quite a bit, though.
You outstrength them quite a bit, yeah. But if he just picks his targets and just removes you like 1 by 1 by 1, then I think you're in for a tough game.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Gonna try making sure that doesn't happen.
He does, he's quite a bit faster than you as well.
Yeah, definitely. Hoping for a good punch on the ogre for the Yeti,
Yeah.
That would be amazing. This is gonna be a tough one. Jeez.
I'm going for the humans this one actually.
Yeah. I like the humans as well. The fact that the TV is basically the same. Even more so.
Scary.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for myself. But it's gotta be a scary one. It's gotta be a scary one, but
yeah. I mean, if I was,
it is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a close one, but I think the humans are gonna take it.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a scary one for both of you. I don't think either of you are going to be like. I'm sure the humans are pretty petrified of what's going to happen too.
Oh yeah, true.
Very much.
Look at all this mighty blow. I don't want to face that.
Hmm. Yeah. Wait, who has more?
Yeah.
You both have basically the same amount of mighty blow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
much.
it's about the same. 4 mighty
The
blow,
Norse
4
have
guard.
a bit more guard and a bit more strength.
Well, I think a bit more strength.
Yeah, I have 1 more guard.
Oh, okay.
And I have more strength. But we have the same amount of mighty blow, yeah.
But basically, he has more armor, and you have more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have more armor.
And more speed
So-
as well.
With normal dice, you'd expect more removals on the Norse side.
Well, and
both,
blanket block helps
both
as well
way.
to protect people a bit.
Yeah, that is true. But humans almost have blanket block, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's only
They've got 10 players with block, which is
Yeah.
plenty.
Hmm.
despises ogre having block heavily.
Which is why you're going to try and kill him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You always gotta kill the
I'm
opponent.
gonna try killing everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, is that no?
That's
One more
three.
game.
Now we have one more
The
game.
actual elf
Arrogant
off
Bast. Ooh.
against the dark side.
Oof, oof.
Yep.
Oof, oof.
Similar TV.
Rugbud is picking up a couple of
Rugby has a lot of.
line.
Oh no, he's only got 2 linemen, so
Oh yeah, he's getting done. Yeah.
so he'll be on 1480. So
Yep.
one.
So
So
he-
exactly the right
he
money for a
will
wizard.
get a wizard. Yep.
Coincidentally.
I think that's a good. I think wizard is the best possible pick
Yep.
for the.
Does he have tackle?
Yeah. Tackle mighty blow on the AV7 blitzer.
Mm-hmm. So that might actually be a key player here. The blitzer with MA8.
If you can survive the punching this time around, I think you have a good chance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
The trouble is, the dark elves are basically a bit bashy.
Yeah.
Yep. True.
And slippery.
Yeah.
Very slippery.
And also slippery. Yes. Going for the dark elves here.
I'm
There's-
gonna have to agree with that one.
There's slightly, there's just not enough tackle and general skills on the high elf team
Yeah.
for them
The
to
the 3 Agi 5 players are not quite cooked.
Yeah, the free Agi5 is nice, but they're just gonna get knocked down if they have the ball.
Yeah. And
Yeah, the development is on the dark elf side.
yeah, and they've not really. They're not really going to get the ball either. So, like, the Agi 5 is great because you can give them leap and wrestle and go ball sacking,
Yeah.
and they're not there yet, are they?
Not yet, no.
Sadly no. So yeah, I am going dark elves here.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go for a draw.
Yep.
I think just to be different.
Oh, you're giving neither of them their first win.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the dark elves have drawn a lot.
I've drawn 3 games so far.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, drawathon.
Yeah, for fun. Right, I'm going dark elf.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, are we done? Is that it?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we've.
A very
That was a long.
very quick 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I realized I realized that the last time I said, oh, it's been 2 hours or whatever, I had the stream on for like 15 minutes before we started, but this time it was like stream on 2 minutes and then we start. So yeah.
Much.
But it was fun. I really enjoyed it. My face hurts a little bit from laughing quite as much. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a good sign.
I definitely like the new format with all the clips. It makes it a lot more.
I'm not a fan of having to
Definitely.
take all the clips, an hour before we actually,
Yeah, maybe we could spread it out a bit more.
I think I'm gonna tell everyone that we're gonna do the next recap on Monday, and then everyone can tell me the clips they want on Monday, and then I'll have time to actually do it before Thursday. How about
Right.
that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. when Tcold messaged me going, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I just oh really? But yeah, a bit more.
I wanted to, but it didn't play out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. But yeah, it was fun. Oh wow, Jujishi's going to work now.
Oh well, have fun.
Yeah, and we'll try and
guess.
yeah, that would really help because you know, yeah, you don't even need to send clips if you just specify a turn or two or several turns and why, then I will
kind of what happens.
I will look. I will pay more attention to that turn and actually record probably around that turn, so I can argue about why you made a mistake the turn before.
All right. All right. I guess that's the end of the stream then.
Cool. We really, we need a catchphrase, but thanks. My catchphrase is going to be: "We need a catchphrase." That's going to be it.
Yeah, we need a catchphrase.
Bye. Thanks for guesting, Tcold, and I hope we get another person next week. It's been great. It's a lot easier when you get someone else. When you get someone every time. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also so Innovation did win. I think he's subtly pointing out that he did win his clan game. So despite the fact he's still not won a game with his Nurgle,
he did win his clan game.
He's won his clan game, so he can win a game. Maybe he wins more than one.
He can actually win.
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah, never know. Never say never. Anyway, thank you both.
Exactly.
Say goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Hey, we're back. we're gonna host someone. I forgot. I always we should host someone. That's the point. That's why I'm not carrying on after this. So we've quite often not hosted someone because I've been having a game or something. But you've now got to listen while I try and see who's actually on, or talk amongst yourselves, whatever.
Cool.
Space Cadet. Oh, Space Cadet's doing a drinking stream. I don't see any other Rebbl at the moment. There's no Rebbl that I'm aware of. Anyone see any Rebbl? Nope, I've looked at Blood Bowl. There is no Rebbl, so I'm going to host Space Cadet. He does a monthly drinking stream where he streams for 24 hours.
Whoa,
so we're going to host him now. I'm going to go to bed later on. I'm going to get up, but not go to work. Pick
and then still have him on.
Yeah, he's still going to be on in the afternoon, and he's going to be like slightly sliding off his chair by lunchtime tomorrow. I promise you, it's very entertaining. And he often makes Norse runs in the last few days whilst drunk, doing a 24-hour drinking stream. And qualifies. Like 2 or 3 of his qualifications in CCL have been random drunk Norse runs. So
that's just getting into the team,
Yeah. So from one Norse coach to another. Did that work? Yes.
Yeah, you're raiding.
Yeah, raiding Space Cadets. So so we'll say goodbye again, or we won't.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye.
Okay, I pressed raid.
All right. I'm going to immediately leave because I really need to go to.
Okay, that's good to hear. I am still recording.
I've been holding it in for like an hour.